Remember, no Russian. 3 words, in my opinion, that are the catalyst of the entire Modern Warfare series going forward from this point in Modern Warfare 2 going into Modern Warfare 3. Those 3 words have more significance than anyone can possibly imagine. Because not only, like I said, is this a catalyst for Modern Warfare 2, and I've said it plenty of times, this is a catalyst for Modern Warfare 2 going forward and going into Modern Warfare 3 as well. But it also has a lot of real-world impact. And that's just because over the last over 10 years, since the original Modern Warfare 2 released, there's been an array of various tragedies involving shootings that have sprung up. And I don't want to blame video games. I think blaming video games for things like this is just asinine, to say the least. Like, honestly, like, as somewhat uncomfortable as I was playing the mission, because this was my first time ever playing No Russian. I did not play Modern Warfare 2 way back when it was popular, and I'll get into a story about that in a second. But like, it's just, you think about it, and I know family members that have been in situations like this, like we're watching and playing, we're seeing play out right now. Like Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook was a mission. Or Sandy Hook, not a mission, but Sandy Hook was an event where my cousins in Connecticut were a part of that. Like, they weren't injured, they didn't die, but I mean, obviously they're my cousins, they're my family, and I think about stuff like this. Like, I took about a 5 to 10 minute break playing Modern Warfare 2 just so I could reflect on what had happened. And some people say, like, oh, you're being a pussy, blah blah blah. Like, I don't think so, because in the end I still played the mission as intended, as it was intended to be played. Like, you could skip the mission entirely, but I didn't want to skip it because, like I said, this would be the first time I ever played No Russian. Like, one time in college, I was playing Modern Warfare 2, the original, not the remastered, and I was playing, the first couple of missions. I was playing Team Player, SSDD, I think, whatever that one is, and then the cliffhanger mission from Modern Warfare 2 where you meet Soap and shit. And once we got to No Russian, the room I was in was pretty filled up. It was called the Student Recreation Center, aka the SRC. It was a room where pretty much students would come in throughout their day and, hang out, basically. Hang out with their friends, go get some food at Starbucks, because we had a little Starbucks thing there. And I was playing this mission, and I said to myself, there's about 2 to 3 dozen people in this room. I think the last thing I want to do is, play a mission where I'm committing a awful atrocity, like a airport shooting. So, yeah, that wouldn't have been a good look. So I never played the mission then. And this was like a couple of years ago. So that was like my first time playing Modern Warfare 2 in general. But this is my first time actually playing right here. This is a few weeks ago. This is my first time playing Modern Warfare 2 No Russian, like, ever. And I thought about it. I kept playing the mission, and I'm just like, God damn, this is nuts. I will say this much, though. There's a portion right here is part of the video where I'm saying to myself, this is kind of funny, because this one fucker there, I think it's the guy right by Makarov, in front of him there. He's like, oh, I've been waiting for this a long time, and whatever. And he's like, hell, haven't we all? This little shitty ass non-masculine voice that Makarov has. But really, it's like, I find it funny how literally after that point, half of the team that I'm with dies, including me, including Private Allen. So the 2 Russian dudes, like 2 of the Russian dudes, not including Makarov, die, and then me. So literally 3/4 of our team is wiped off the face of the earth. Like, that's how fucking nuts it is. I will say this much, in terms of news impact and all that, I mean, obviously the news butchered this. Like, they were like, well, how could people think to ever play a game that has, like, real life atrocities and blah blah blah. And again, I said it earlier in the video, you can't play Modern Warfare 2 without No Russian. You can't even have this game without No Russian. No Russian is the catalyst of the whole game. I mean, some people will argue the nuke in the original Modern Warfare the first Modern Warfare, like when the nuke goes off, that's probably a catalyst. But for the rest of the entire series, you don't know who Makarov is until this mission. You don't even know Makarov exists until this mission. And you don't know why we need to get him and why he needs to die until this mission takes place. That's how much of an impact this game has. Or that's how much of an impact this mission alone has. You're being introduced to someone so fucking evil that he's willing to destroy... He's really willing to start a third world war. That's absolutely crazy if you think about it. Like, honestly. It's bonkers. It really is. I will say this much. In terms of content, video content, I think one of my favorite videos of all time is ever put onto YouTube was a machinima, and I forgot who made the name. It was like Michael something or something along those lines. The video has since been privated, but I think there's re-uploads across YouTube because Machinima went under, and we all know we all know the whole deal with Machinima and how much of a shithouse that was. But really, I mean, one of my favorite videos of all time kind of focuses on this mission and how it was actually a really well done cinematic by the guy who made the video, and it's one of my favorite missions. It's not one of my favorite missions, but one of my favorite videos I've ever seen on this website, just because of how the actual video was produced and choreographed and put together. It was. I thought to myself, like, wow, this is a real fucking insane video. This is a really good fucking video. As you can see right on the left side there, I'm about to go visit my boy's body, pay my respects, pour one out to the homie. Piece of fucking garbage. But yeah, I mean, it's really insane, man. I mean, again, like I said before, the emotions I felt throughout this video were not ones of like discomfort or like it was really just it was an unsettling feeling, but I was like, you know what? It had to be done because, it is what it is. It had to be done. It was really unsettling, though. I'll say that much. Like, some people even made fun of certain people in, like, IGN, like, when they played a certain mission in, the new Modern Warfare. They were like, oh, yeah, I was really uncomfortable playing this one mission, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, it was like, we were all like, haha, you pussies. And I'm not saying I felt that way during this mission. I just felt like I just took a reflection period, That's really what it was. Like, I didn't really, like, cower. I wasn't, like, incredibly emotional, but I was just reflecting about everything. 10 years later, this mission, I don't want to say doesn't hold up, but 10 years later, this mission definitely gives you something to think about in terms of all the tragedies that have occurred across the world since this point, But anyway, guys, that's my take on No Russian, and as ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. Still, as I watch this stuff back, I still don't know really the right words to say. But as you can see, I got wiped out by Makarov, and fuck that guy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video to some extent. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you all on the next one. Have a good day.